Right. So, as part of business analyst perspective, when we are working on security aspect, because now and then security for infrastructure application, all these were important. So, when being a business analyst, when we are working on security domain, especially application security, cyber security, infrastructure security side, all that stuff, because there were some requirements we come across now and then uh, for a business analyst to have understanding about the security rules, all that. Hence, as part of our learning about business analyst in cyber security perspective, as a security analyst, we see. Today, we are going to discuss about the application security rules because understanding the application security rules are essentially useful to protect the data at the same time maintaining business continuity, followed by the kind of building trust with stakeholders. These stakeholders can be either it can be customers or partners and all that. So, as a BA, when we are working for security aspects, understanding as well as integrating the security considerations are essentially required for us to incorporate in the business analysis process, which majorly helpful to ensure to develop any kind of applications which are secure uh, against to the threats that we may come across in near times. So it's always essentially evident and important by implementing compliant and as well as meeting the business needs. So there are some key aspects as a BA we must be knowing from application security perspective. So from the rules perspective, all that. So these are uh, as follows. The first one about the data protection part. This was the first one, which is called data protection. Data protection is one of the key important factor when we are developing an application because we are managing large scale of data from the customer. So whenever we are managing large scale of data, like this data can be sensitive, like either it can be customer information or any kind of financial data, which is majorly a primary concern. So when we, as a BA, we should understand the importance of the encryption part because encryption of data at the same time accessing the controls, at the same time whatever the security measures that are to be safeguarded for any kind of data at the initial level wherein we are transforming and as well as transmitting. So data protection is one of the key and important element and how this can be protected from a BA perspective, something that we must be good with. The second one about the business continuity. The second one about the business continuity, wherein when we are managing the business, the kind of threats we may come across due to the security breaches and all, so which can lead to significant downtime and as well as financial losses. So, as a BA, when we are understanding how this to be mitigated, how this to be mitigate the risk and as well as ensuring business continuity is also crucial. This may be including all implementing all disaster recovery plans or any kind of backup systems that are to be maintained. Everything will be part of it. So, in managing over this, gaining the customer trust over increasing the awareness and importance of data security by demonstrating an as well as commitment towards the security that we can build trust and foster any long-term relationships with the customers are always important. The last one, but not least, which is about the compliance part, because compliance standards At the same time, whatever the specific regulations and other standards which are relating to data security, something like any GDPR or any kind of HIPAA rules and regulations, which we should understand, because these regulations, which normally ensure us for when any application we are developing, these are all something which will be complied with. So these are the three major aspects that we must be taken as a business analyst when we are working on application security rules perspective. Apart from that, of course, stakeholder communication, managing stakeholders by identifying the important crucial roles in communicating security requirements, the kind of risk assessment measures that are to be taken with stakeholders. These are all something helpful to ensure everyone to understand the importance of security, and we must be aligned to the same page, all that. This is as a BA, when we are working on the security aspects of the application. There were many, as I stated. It can be data security, infrastructure, all that. But as a example in today's session, as I'm taken, like application security plays a vital role, and what are the key aspects that are to be taken from a BA is what something this is all about. And in the next session, we discussed about infrastructure security. That is even important nowadays, because some on-premise services, on-premise solutions we are developing, we have our own data centers, we have our own firewall protection, servers, etc. And some are cloud nowadays, because virtual cloud environments we are maintaining. So that part will be discussed in the next session.